All right, so here we have our Jubilee kit. We're gonna open that up. Inside, you should have a big eye straight needle, some thread, and your charm, and all of the beads needed to make this strand, and measuring tape. So let's go ahead and set up our station. Black. Kind of use this as a border. Red. Green. Yellow. And then here, all right, so that is our setup. So we're gonna take our measuring tape and go ahead and stretch that out. You can tape it down, or you can just anchor it with something heavy. Let's get our thread out. So you might want to have a marker handy also, and make sure you have some scissors, some things you might need. So we're going to get our needle. Open that up. We're going to measure 12 inches. I put 12 inches to start every waist bead. And then we're going to measure whatever we want our waist bead strand to be. So I think this one should be 40 inches. So I measured 12, now I'm going to measure 40 inches. And again, the 40 inches is just a random measurement that I'm picking for this video. Of course, for you, I would recommend measuring yourself, or if you're making this for someone else, measuring them to see what measurement you should make your strand. But whatever measurement you decide upon, make sure you at least add 12 inches standard off the top. Add 12 inches. So if you're gonna do 34 inches, make sure you do 12 plus 34. And now we're doubling, we're gonna double that. So, just a quick recap. We did 12 inches, and then we did 40 inches, and then we doubled the entire thing. Okay, that is the total measurement. 12 plus 40 times 2. So once you double that, you're gonna match your ends. Get your needle, open that up. It might be a little difficult if you have on nails like me. Now if my nails can't do the job, I'll get some jewelry pliers and I'll just pinch. There we go. So we'll take both our ends here, line them up, put one end through, reline them up, and we want to pull that needle to the middle of that single thread. It's one single thread doubled, okay? That's your measurement. And then we can take any one of these 6/0 beads, put on the needle, pull that to the end here. We want to tie a knot, just a basic knot. We want the bead in the knot. Make sure the bead is in the knot. We want to repeat that 3 or 4 times. We don't want the knot in front of the bead or behind the bead. We want to do that 3 or 4 times. Got that? And then we want to do a slip knot. So a slip knot, we're going to hold on to that anchor bead, right? We're going to have our 2 fingers. We're going to wrap that behind and wrap it up. Slide it out, pull that through. There you go. I'll show you again, even though you can stop, rewind, and play this video, I will do it again in real time. Roll that back. There we go. That's a slip knot. You want to make sure your loop is not too big and the tail is not too long, okay? From the bead to this loop should be roughly 3 inches. So if I measure, yep, 3 inches. Pull this back down. And we can start. First things first, gold. The pattern is going to be gold, black, gold, black, gold, black, gold, black. And you're just going to repeat that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. 7, 8. See that? In between each color segment, you are going to have a segment of the transparent Silverline AB golds patterned with this. So we're gonna go black, gold, black, gold, black, gold, black, gold. We're gonna do that 8 times as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're gonna go back to our gold and then on to the next color segment. We're gonna do that 8 times. Or however many number of times, but I like 8. So we're gonna do 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See that? And then we're going to return down here to this. So it's a pattern within a pattern within a pattern. Got that? Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Green is next. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back to this. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got in the way. All right, and last color segment is yellow. Before we start the pattern over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we want to mark at this point, we want to mark to see where our charm is going to go. So as I mentioned at the beginning, you have 6 inches of thread that you're going to have without any beads on. And the purpose of this thread is so when we're done with our waist bead, we can tie on the waist bead. So now in order to find the middle, we have to subtract 6 inches from the other side. So from the end of this, we're going to measure 6 inches. So we're going to pretend this 6 inches doesn't exist. So this is technically the end of where the beads are going to go, because past that is going to be all thread. So we want to take this end and match it with the other end. This is how you find the middle. Okay, that's your middle. So now we want to mark that. And when you get to that part of your strand, that's when you want to put your charm on. All right, so we have reached the halfway point. You can see right there where that little mark is. And we're just gonna go with the natural pattern. You can choose to distinguish this halfway part if you want, using the beads that you have available. If you wanna do some kind of pattern to signify the middle, that's completely up to you. But I'm just gonna carry on. The next order of beads is gonna be this pattern over here. And I think I'll go do half. So 3, 4. Right? And then for our charm, I think I'll do a pattern of 2 gold here, adding our charm on, and then 2 gold. And I'll show you close up what I did. Okay, so you can see I did the pattern as usual, and then I did half because this is what comes after the green, this sequence here. So I did half of that sequence, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I did 2 of the 8/0 golds, the charm, and then 2 more 8/0 golds. Got that? All right, next we're gonna do this, finish the other half of this pattern over here. And then what I like to do is once I do the charm, I like to go in reverse. So if we were gonna go forward, as usual, yellow would be after green. But I want to do, since we're crossing the halfway, I wanna go back in reverse, starting with green. So it's the same pattern on both sides of the charm. So we're gonna do green, gold, green, gold. All right, so we are nearing the end here. How do I know that? Because I am nearing the point where I only have 6 inches of thread left. So how do I check that? I'm gonna go here to 26 inches, find out where 20 inches is, because from 20 to 26 is 6 inches. So there, I'm gonna take my marker and mark. Doesn't have to be exact. All right. So we have from here to here of beads, of thread to cover with beads. After that, we are done. So let's go ahead. The next pattern is black. So we're gonna go black, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where does that put us? So we got that much left. We can continue this black, or we can go with the other part of the pattern, which is next, which is this. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. Just a couple more beads left. A little bit of thread left to cover with beads, I should say. So we're gonna go here, probably about 3. There we go. See, this is our little marker here. That last bead. All right. Little charm. This is how you finish. You want to take the needle, loosen it from the end, pull that thread towards the middle of the needle, move that needle out of the way, cut where that needle was, take the needle off, go ahead and grab a black bead. We probably should have put the bead on before we cut the needle off, but since we didn't do that, we can still put that thread through. But preferably put the bead on while the needle is still on. But go ahead and tie that 3 or 4 times. We're gonna end this the same way we finished it. All right. Next thing you know, we're gonna do a slip knot. Remember, pull it back to the front, reach through, there you have it. There's your Jubilee strand.